Hello beautiful people, you welcome back to another tutorial. So you've seen on the thumbnail what we're making. So I want to draft directly on the skate. So from here I'll mark my starting point. Okay, so the length I'm working with is 20 inches, but I want a band of 1 inch. So I'll just place my tape rule on this line 1 inch. So from here, for my waist to hip is 10 inches, then to the full length, which is 19. Remember, I'm going to be adding 1 inch, sorry, 20. It's supposed to be 19, then 1 inch for folding. I'm not using lining, so I'll be folding this. So let's take it to the front. We have 10 waist to hip, and we have 20 the full length. We'll be using 1 inch to fold it. I hope it's visible. We can all see my lines. So my waist is 30 divided by 4, we have 7.5. Then the hip is 40 divided by 4, we have 10 inches. So on this place I'll be removing, instead of removing 2 inches, I'll be removing 1.5. So 1.5, that's going to be 8.5. 8.5. So then I'll be adding 1.5 seam allowance, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So I'll connect everything I have together. Then I'll cut, make sure this space is not curved, it's not pointy, so make it a bit curved. Then I'll add my seam allowance here of 1/2 inch, and also connect it into a straight line. I have, so I'll place it on the back and cut it. This is my front. I have placed it on another fabric, so this is going to serve as my back. So on this back line, this is 2 inches, so I divided the 2 inches into 1 inch. I want to use it to explain the butt allocation. So I have extended all my line, the hip line, every line is here. So let's go. So like I said, I like to use this zipper, this ruler for my zip. So this is like 1.2. So if your own inches is 2 inches, just do what you like. So on this waistline, I'm going to take 0.75. This 0.75. Sometimes tape rule, this thing used to shorten the measurement. So I like to start from this place. So sometimes you see me extending my tape rule forward. So like if I'm taking 0.75 now, so I'll start from here. So this is my 0.75. So 0.75. Then this hip, I'll come out by 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. Then I'll connect. But if your hip is not that big, you can just connect the 0.5 to this place. But I like to do this for people that has like 10 upward. 10 inches difference, and from your waist to your hip. So I'll just go down by 5 or 6, or this line now. I can just divide it, get the midpoint, and connect back. So after connecting it back, this side, the down part, I want it to be tapered in. I don't want it to leave it this way. So I'll also go inside by 0.75. Then I'll connect to this this way. This place I stop here, I'll just connect it. So do we see? So this one I'm not going to be returning it. I want it to go inside. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Don't worry, when I wear it, you understand. I want the side to go inside, so I'm not going to return it. But this one, this 0.75 that I connect to this hip, then I took 0.75 inward, then I connect it here. So this 0.75, I'm going to return it here. Mostly, if I don't return it, it used to affect my allowance. It will not be up to. So I'll just connect it back to the hip. So, and that is all for the, I'll extend this line so that when I'm cutting it will be easier. So that is all for the back. In 7-inch, so I took out 5-inch away from the line here, and I went into by 7 inches, but this is the line, right? So now if you want to sew your zipper, so this 1/2 inch, you take it away from this place, so you're sewing from here, then you come in, you know, we already reduced this one, and you're also going to come in. So this is what we have. Instead of it to just come straight to your hip line. So this is what I'm saying. I said if the hip is not that big, just connect from here to this line. So this is our hip line. Then also connect from here to this our hip line. So do we see? But if the person hip is very big, so we have to create space for the allowance so that the hip will relax well. That's why I went out by 1/2 inch. But if the person hip is not that big, maybe like 5 inches difference from the waist to the hip, as in if the waist measurement is 30 and the hip is 35, 36, you actually don't need it. But something from 10 above, you might and you might not, depending on how big or how protruding the hip can be. So I have cut my bias, my lining on the bias. See, how do you cut on a bias? You fold your fabric in a diagonal form like this. See, like you're forming a triangle. See, the fabric will stretch this way. So this is what I did. I iron it, then I mark whatever I want. So I cut on the bias. So this is 2. I'll be joining it together till I get 30 inches. Remember the waistline is 30 inches, so I'll join it together so I can get 30 inches. So this is what I will do. I didn't add that to it, I don't want that. So I just go and join the back to the front, join everything. Then I'll come back and show you. Then we'll proceed to the ruffle. So I'm done with the skirt. Like I said, I won't be using lining, so I just fold the down part. Then I left small slit here. So this is the back side. I've not touched it. Then I've finished up the skirt. So it should make the band and the ruffle. So as for the ruffle, this is 11 inch. This is 11 inch. So this is 11 inch. By the time I fold it, I'm going to be having 5 inches. So by the time I sew 1/2 inch from it, then I'm going to be left with 5 inches. So right now I'll take it to my machine, then I'll sew the 1/2 inch all the way down. I'll come back and show you. Okay, so I've joined it and I've turned it out. So the circumference of this down part is 30, that's 17 17 inches, so that's 34. So this the length of this ruffle is 2.5. I just cut 2.5 inches. The whole material I got was 2.5, so I just used 2.5 the whole length. So then I've joined it, so I have to put this one in the middle. So you can actually do your ruffle you can start doing the gathering from the midpoint. You can go up 1.5, you can do 2 inches, you can do 2.5, but you can start from the middle as well, as in you run a gather stitch on the middle, but I don't want to do the middle, so I'll just, this is like 2 inches, so I'll just use this 2 inches here. So I'll go and run a gather stitch here and gather it up to 34 that I told you. So for this side, I'll just fold it inside. I'll fold it inside and I'll use emi gum. I don't want to have a stitch there. I'll use emi gum. And so first of all, I can actually weave it around. Since I'll just weave it around, then I'll fold it a little and use emi gum to finish it up. Then I'll do the same thing. So I'll just run the gather stitch. Then on this, since I already hemmed this one, so that 2 inch that I have here, so from this 2 inches that I have here, I'll just sew right on top this one, the line I already created. I'll just sew on it. I'll finish it up. I don't want to be so high, that's why I said I didn't want to start from the middle. I don't want it too high, I just want a little bit here, then the other one should come down. So after doing it, I'll come back and show you. I'll show you how I'm going to fix my band. So I have run a gather stitch. I just wanted to show you. So most times when you're doing gathers, it's always good to run 2 stitches or 3, or even 3 or 4, because if one cuts, you'll be able to continue with the other one. So let me just ruffle it. Okay, so I'm done sewing the ruffle. So this is the back. See what I said I was going to do. So we see. So skirt is almost ready, so I put a slit there. So this is what I'm going to do. I folded my band. I'll join from the front like this. So after joining it, I'll bring it and show you the stitch in the ditch that I want to do. So I'm done stitching it. I stitched from the front, so I folded the side. I noticed that if you've noticed, sometimes side it's just too stressed, so it's always good to fold it this way. Anyway, so this is the back. So this stitch in the ditch I want to do is from here. I will be sewing from here, but it won't appear here. It will be appearing in this stitch. If you're not sure, if you don't know how to do it, you can just pin it, then sew from the front. So you're sewing in here. So as you're sewing, it will also hold this down part. So you just do you see the stitch also? You can also follow it. So but it's not going to be showing on the side, to be showing from here. So when I'm done, I'll fix my zip. Okay, I'll come and show you this one then. I'll fix my. So here is what I'm talking about. Do you see the back? So do you see it? Like it's not showing on. See, it gives you that professional finishing. So I'll just fix my zip and then we're done. To all my whole subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are the real MVP. And to my new subscriber, thank you. And if you have not yet joined us, please like, share, please support my channel. God bless you.